Hello everybody, I am Eeva and I want to run Invictus. So this run is awesome. This can only be described as a legendary Super Mario World ROM hack. I'm gonna hop on the file and I will start the run in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. I didn't have my hands on the controller. Good start. Very good start. I could hear myself in the background, so I'm trying to find out where it comes from. Maybe not have my hands on the controller, but it's fine. So I'm gonna check this real quick, because I can hear myself and it's really bad. I don't know where it's coming from. Okay, well, whatever. I'm just gonna deal with it. So this is Invictus. It's a legendary Super Mario World ROM hack. It is pretty hard. We're at 20 levels long, and it's just a great time. A lot of the levels are going to be big movement, not a lot of stopping, because that's the way modern Mario tends to go. I'm going to go ahead and try to... Nice. You can just run. That looks like a really messed up cycle. You can just run under it, and it just works out first time. Big Koopa slaughter. Whoops. Neat momentum though. I'm also gonna skip midways most of the times because you get your checkpoint anyway when going through like the transition pipe. So there's really no there's really no reason to get a midway. Most of the times in this hack. Okay. There should be yeah. There's a snake block, but we need to actually finish the snake block to make it keep going. And then it shoots out because it doesn't know where to go. And I can go up here and missed the platform by a hair. Missed the platform by a hair. Yeah, level 1 is already quite difficult. It's kind of like the filter, right? If you can't beat this, don't even bother. You gotta make it kind of tough. And that time I jumped too small. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. That final jump is known to give me quite some trouble. So, but I did the first half really quickly, so I'm allowed to mess up a little bit. And I gave myself quite some leeway to mess up. Because that's just kind of how Kaizo goes. My PB is like under an hour, but some days you're just going to be really unbelievably good at this, and other days you'll just be average. That's just how it goes. There we go. That's level 1. Is this tune, the level 1 tune, like there's some other hacks that use it. Every single time I hear this song in another hack, I'm just like, oh, I gotta play Invictus now. It's so good. Yo, Paradash, thank you so much for the raid. Let's go. Thank you so much for the raid. Fellow Invictus runner here. Well, ex-Invictus runner. I forgot to do. Here's another banging new Super Mario Bros. Song. Alright, let's break open the way. I'm gonna stop here a bit to make this not impossible. Because you gotta like sneak in between those two. I'm gonna catch up to it and boing, 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 boing. Throw this. Get up there. Perfect. Hey, I'm gonna skip the midway because I don't need it. I don't need that midway. I'll do entirely without it. You know, I kind of forgot how much focus this takes. I was like, yeah, I can just do this, right? Play this game and talk a bit while doing so. Oh, it's really hard to do exactly that. Anyway, here we're gonna do a big slide and use the platform that we've carried all the way to like finish the slide. Finish the level. It's level 2. Super good. Alright, well, thank you for the raid, Pirate Dash. And have good food. Alright, so this were the first 2 levels. Here, this level, when you play this game for yourself, which you should all do, by the way, get good at Kaizo and play this game, it's so freaking good. When you play this game for yourself and you get to this level, you're gonna get stuck there for so long. This level is brutal on the first playthrough. This level is absolutely brutal on the first playthrough. I'm doing a little skip here. You're not supposed to do that key jump, but it looks really swag and it saves like a second, so you gotta do it. These jumps here are super tight. Jumping around those munchers, oh, so tight, so tight. Like, it's unbelievable. So tight. Alright, and then here, hit this. I think I went too early again, but I can save it by jumping again on this thing. Now here is a Chuck who I hopefully don't have to deal with very much. Hey Glonker, I'll let you out in a bit, buddy. I'm in the middle of a Kaiser section. Alright, this is really funny on the first playthrough. Good luck reacting to that. Good luck reacting to that one. Yeah, that one definitely ate me up. Whoops. What are we doing now? Disco shells. If you've ever played Super Mario World, you know how impossible it is to control a disco shell. This room is silly. Fuck. This room is really silly. There's just chucks falling from lava into other lava. Alright, so stop here. 1, 2, 3 on here. 1, go, boom. Now this one's a little bit tough to time, but we're gamers. And here's the clock room, where Mario is trapped and needs to raise this fire barrel. We're doing an extra lap here because I forgot to shell. We're doing an extra lap. Getting some cardio. Alright, now we got a key. Get the on-off switch. Go through the door. Finish the level. And I'm gonna really quick let my cat out because it's being a bitch. Go on, Glonker, get out. Come, go, go, fast. I'm gonna run. Go, 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 stupid cat. My cat is sabotaging your run. I can't believe it. Alright. That was level 3. We're going on to Sewer Smashing. It's a red level. If you've played Super Duper Mario World, you know that when you see a red level, ow, there's gonna be a secret. It's gonna be a secret. You wanna get the secret? Because usually in Kaizo hack, secrets are kind of like, you know, you get a secret exit, it takes you to a switch palace, and you need those to take a bridge to get to a later level. That's usually how it goes. I think we're already back, hopefully. Alright, cool. I was kind of freaking out there. What happened? What's happening? What are we doing? Right, we're in a switch palace. So we gotta build a bridge with the switch palaces. That's kind of how Kaizo goes a lot of the times. This level's crazy. You have to use the boomerangs. No! The boomerangs with the boomerang bros. We gotta use them to cross over really big gaps. That little question mark, the flying coin block there is so hard to avoid. It's really difficult. Nope, I was supposed to throw that up. Up, up. So this is kind of one of the Super Mario World ROM hacks that kind of popularized using stuff like Boomerang Bros and such in a Kaizo context. Because before this, came out, Kaizo ROM hacks usually just stayed within what's in the original Super Mario World. But this freaking goober thought, you know, gimmicks are awesome, and he's freaking right, let me tell you. Here's a really stupid troll. That block is gonna smash you into the wall in your first playthrough, and you're gonna hate yourself. Alright. Part of the bridge has been restored. Sweet. Now that that has been done, we're gonna go back to sewer smashing and play the real level. This is a bit more of a slow pace level. The water is gonna smash up and down, and we'll have to time our jumps so that we jump from the bottom to the top. But it's actually a pretty tight window. Pretty tight window. So this level is gonna require a little bit of extra focus on my part. Well, that barely worked. We'll take it. We'll take it. Ah, jump Eden. Like you kind of get a warning here. 1, 2, 3. You count to 3 and then you jump. That's kind of how I do it. But it's super hard to time. For me anyway. Okay. The second half of this level is a lot more fast-paced. Okay. Yeah, I was a bit behind there, so I had to make up for that with a really short hop, but it is very, very precise to do so. It's very hard to save that one. Okay. I'm not doing great on this level right now, but it's okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna hug that wall early to spawn that block early. No, man, I'm having a lot of trouble in like every level right now. Having a lot of trouble in every level, but that's okay. That means the really hard levels are all gonna go well, right? Ah. This is a really disheartening level to mess up a bunch, because it's just so slow, right? It's just so slow, and then you die a bunch, and you have to go through the really slow parts again. It's just a very, very disheartening level to mess up a bunch. Okay. Fall here. Barely. Okay. I'm just gonna focus here. Just gonna shut the hell up and focus here. Because dying here would be a tragedy. In there. Nice. Alright, this part of the level is a lot quicker pace. This is kind of a Kaizo trope, which started in the very first Kaizo Mario World, which are auto-scroller levels that start very slowly and then go faster and faster and faster until the screen is scrolling so fast that Mario is basically getting pushed by the side of the screen, which is going to happen about at this point. Okay. And there. Nice. That went really well. That section's hard. Also, if you hesitate for too long here, that ceiling is not going to be happy with you. I slam you right in the ground where you belong. Alright, time for a schmoovin' and groovin' level, built to fall. This is awesome. This is Sideways Thwomps Heaven. Luckily, most of the times they're indicated with arrows, so you kind of know what to expect. Okay, big jump, going here. Okay. One shot. Let's go. That is a hard level, so I'm pretty happy to get that one. Okay, I'm a bit behind on these little guys. But we should maybe be fine if I'm... Oh god, that fireball is in a wild place. These fireballs were very, very weird. So every time I jump, it switches the... switches the blocks, which is kind of going to become a theme in this hack. Blocks that switch. You're going to see that quite a bunch later within the game. Here it's pretty simple though. You jump, it switches. Make sure you keep going back and forth. This boss, like, if you kill everything the first opportunity you do it, it's super easy. If you mess anything up, you're gonna be in hell. So don't mess anything up in this level. Alright, next up we have Plumber's Nightmare. Fast Pipe Heaven. With a bunch of fun shell jumps and all of this stuff that makes Mario our hero, right? Go back! Ah, we're good. You're actually invulnerable when you're inside of the pipes, so you need to make use of that there to phase through the bill. This jump is hard. Here is going to be a very evil fish. That is one of the hardest trolls to avoid in this game. You're supposed to kill it with the hidden block. But you need to hit it really fast, or else it will just kind of pass through it like it just did there. That fish is cool. It makes this guy turn around because it kind of hits the guy in a certain way. That's more like it. Oh no, that has never happened before. TM. Not just to me, to anyone. I have records of everyone who's ever played this game. Back, forward. All the deaths here have been at the very end of the level, which is pretty painful. Alright, let's do it. Die, fish. Hey, alright. Push the shell. Jump on the shell. Throw this thing in. Boom, boom, boom. In there. Cool. That jump on the shell looked really hard, but if you just go... Nice pick a pipe death. If you just go, you'll always just land on it. So you have to pick the correct pipe, whichever could it be. Yes, I got the correct one there. This jump here is tricky. Here's a spike. Here's another one. There's a third one, and fourth one, and fifth one for that matter. Ah, that's the hardest jump of the level. It doesn't look like the hardest jump, because you're doing all sorts of crazy stuff with pipes and shells and plumps, but just a simple jump through some munchers is like by far actually the hardest part of the level. Because they're just like built in a really precise way. 1, 2. Let's do it. And a hard pipe too. It is also a really funny one. First time you play it, you're probably gonna go slowly on that thwomp, and then it decides to crash you in the wall. It's really yeah. This is a really trolly game, honestly. Like one of the trolliest games I've played. It really loves just owning you after insanely hard sections. This level, on the first playthrough at least, is kind of a breather. It is a reference to another hack with the same name, Claustrophobia. And that hack and this level consists of tiny one-screen challenges. Oh. So, you know, they're very tight and precise and stuff, but you got very frequent checkpoints, so it's not that bad. This one here is tough. In there, nice. Yummy orb. Oh, there are some extremely mean ones. Specifically the one, not the next level, but the level after that. It's called Cemetery Bloom. Has an insanely mean one on the midway. Like, oh. I remember that one very, very well. Alright, here we go. We're in Lake Bottom. This is a really cool water level. Kind of like tiny water challenges. In this section, this section ate me up on my first playthrough because I did not know you could pass through dolphins like this, and that is absolutely required for that section. So I was stuck here for a really long time. Watch out for the torpedo Tims, as I think they're called by Nintendo. Fish. Some ribfin fish to avoid. And we're out of the first half. The first half in this level is super easy compared to the second half. The second half is where the meat and potatoes of this level are. We're being chased by a wall of greenfish that... It's impossible to despawn this wall of greenfish. It's impossible to go around it. You're just slowly being chased by it. And now you have to quickly go through cycles. That's a really common misconception. A lot of people think it's called Torpedo Ted. But if you actually talk to them, they will tell you that their name is actually Tim. That's a crazy cycle in your first playthrough. That is also tight. Oh, by the way, if you hold up on these vines, you're gonna get stuck to them. Alright, this dolphin... No, you're kidding! Oh, I can't believe I died to that. I cannot believe I died to that. Alright, so that is kind of an example of how it feels like to die to a troll at the end of a really long and hard section. That fish... Oh my gosh, I hate that fish. I hate it so much. I first tried this section, it's really hard, and then that fish is just like sitting here, ruining my perfect day. Alright, go in. First cycloid, so it's easy. Through the block. Through the block. That was kind of tight. Alright, so we're not gonna mess this up this time. There you go. No pesky fish got in the way this time. At least it's not just a Kaizo block every time, right? They're creative. It just gets creative, and we love getting creative with it. Alright, this is probably my weakest level in the game. Let's hope it goes well. Some other levels have really not gone well today. If any level needs to go well, it's this one. I'm really bad at this level. Most of the levels in this game kind of have like a flow of things. In this one, it doesn't really have a flow. The flow, it's all up to you in this level. You have to time everything. It's up to you to time every jump, to, you know. I forgot. I have to wait there. I used to have a way to do it without waiting, but I just can't do it anymore, so I just have to eat it up and wait there. Yeah, Cemetery Bloom is, in my opinion, the hardest level in Invictus. Not on your first play, but on a second plus play, this is the hardest level for me in the game. So there's like a lot more flashy levels up ahead. This is the one that does me in. Oh, it was not what you're supposed to do there. We're fine. This part is very normal. Here is the hardest jump. And here is a little friend to tell you hello and probably kill you, because you're going to be very panicky. And now you're probably going to jump for joy to the midway. And that'll be your first mistake, because you're dead. If you don't take that eerie there, you're dead. You're so dead. You are so dead. Alright, let's keep on going. Daffodil! Thank you. In this part of the level, we have a friend. Finally know what it feels like to have a friend. Well, even if you're not a speedrunner, it's really fun to replay hacks every once in a while. Sometimes I like replaying hacks that I, in my first playthrough, didn't really like that much, to see if I maybe like them more nowadays. And it's made me like find some big newfound like appreciation for some hacks. This part is a little cursed and twisted. No. If you do, oh, I can't get the cycle right. Here we go. If you do the part with the random boo thingy cloud, if you do that part fast, it's like beautiful. However, you do need to do it fast to get it to be beautiful. Alright, here we go. I thought it was... Okay, so what happened there is, at some point, when the boo spawn in, every single boo that spawns in off-screen doesn't actually have a hitbox. So you can just completely go through them. I thought that those boos spawned in off-screen, but they were barely on the edge of the screen still. God, this section is so tough. If you mess it up once, it's so tough. You need to like go through this in clean one swoop to not shamble. Alright, here we go. Let's try this again. Mid jump, high jump. That pipe's a troll. This is really hard to time. That is really hard to time. What's in this pipe? Nothing. It's not even real. Alright, out of Cemetery Bloom. This level is super tough, so I'm kind of happy to get to be out of there. Alright, next Kaizo trope. The die tree, or as the German people say, die tree. What's with this level? It's a sky tree. You can create a vine, it goes all the way up, and you gotta break the blocks so that it can keep growing like a big, beautiful vine. Which is another trope that started within the original Kaizo trilogy, and so many hacks have it. This is like probably the single most used Kaizo trope level theme ever. I'm gonna climb up here very quickly because we need to get some blocks out of the way here. And now the game's gonna try to scare you by tossing all sorts of useless crap on top of your head so you go back down the vine, right? However, there's a block you need to kill right here. I'm gonna be really safe here. Nice. Go under that Chuckson. Alright, now the second half takes it way differently. Like, and that's another thing I really like about this specific Skytree level is it kind of like, okay, I'm out of ideas. Let's just completely change up the formula then, which is great. Alright, I'm trying like a skip here. It's a pretty tight jump, but it skips having to do something annoying, so I'll definitely always go for it. Oh, you have to jump off the vine and it's slow and annoying. It doesn't feel good. And this one does feel really good when you get it. Here is a very annoying disco shell. 1, Shell jump. No! Okay, I jumped too early there. The ending of this level is honestly pretty tough. It's a lot of tricky jumps at the end. Oh, I didn't think I was gonna make that. This disco shell is also very tough. This game is hard. I'm near the fire. Nice. Guess what those vines are gonna do? Your bridge is gone. See, I'm helping you so that when you all go play this game by yourself, you're not gonna get hit by them, right? I'm gonna ease the barrier of entry, so that every pony can go play Invictus, because it's awesome. Here's Frostbite, another red level, so we're gonna look for a secret. Also in this level, the Koopas have jackets on, and it's adorable and awesome. This is a really cool setup where you have to keep jumping on this shell that's being tossed by this little goober. Alright. Now, up here is a hidden block. Why did I... Okay, whatever. With a vine. Now, you might be like, well, that's bullshit, but it does actually tell you about it with a message block later on in this level, so it's not complete dicks. It makes sense. There we go. So, we're moving on here. Yeah, I'm gonna try to show off as many trolls as I can show off without dying, because I just think it's fun to do so. Nice, clean, and let's hesitate here for a bit. Never mind, those rocks will never go away. Okay, this is a cool level. So this is like a shell jumping level, except it never uses a traditional shell jump. It just uses weirdo shell jumps all the time, so it's really fun, right? This is a cool setup if it works, but only if it works. 2 and 3. Perfect. So satisfying. Alright, so at the end of this hallway, you're gonna die. This hallway doesn't even exist. At the end of this hallway, you're gonna die. This hallway exists, but it doesn't have an actual P-switch at the end. This is the real hallway. Alright, now we're gonna go for a little bit of an extreme swag trick. It's called the double jump. Here we go. I am a loser. I'm a loser. We're not getting past it. I'm a loser. It is what it is. There's a frame perfect trick you can do off of a P-switch in the P-switch palace to jump off of it. And here the creator gives you an extra P-switch so you can try to do 2 in a row. And if you miss it in the wrong way, you also get owned. Like if you jump off of, if you activate the P-switch, the entire floor of this place will get turned into coins, which is awesome, and you are going to die. This is the hardest jump in the game, and I am not lying. I'm not joking. That is the hardest jump in the game, and it's not even close. If you've ever played a Super Mario World ROM hack before, you know the pain of jumping off of falling sprites. Nobody likes jumping off of falling enemies. Nobody likes jumping off of falling enemies. That's the hardest jump in the game, and it might take me a while. Because if you don't get it the first time, you kind of build up a streak of not getting it, and you know how it is. Too early that time. Yeah, that jump is really hard on the first playthrough, and it just never gets easier. You'd think, oh, okay, next time I play it, it's gonna get easier, right? Nope, it never gets easier. Hey, in there. Okay, here we wanna hang in the air for as long as possible. Wait a bit, jump on this guy. Right this thing, jump up here. Nice. Didn't die after it, that's good. Alright, onwards and outwards too. Coin blocks. Just loves flying coin blocks, and you're gonna keep seeing that in this game. This is like his favorite thing to use. Also, he gets silly with it. It's supposed to not work. It's supposed to work differently. You'll see probably in the next attempt, because it's not supposed to just let you fall through. It's supposed to catch you. This is really jank and awful, but also really funny, so... Yup. No jank here at all. No, sir. Look the other way, please. Let's get on this penguin. And then this works out perfectly, even though it looks scary. I think I'm dead. No, I'm not. Whew. Barely in there. And now we will... So that message block gives you a little hint about where the secret exit is here. That you'll basically guaranteed not to get on your first go, because you'll have no way of throwing that thing up there. Alright. Cool level up ahead. If you don't like cool levels, please turn the stream off. It's not going to be for you. Because we got a cool level up ahead. We can double jump here. Yep, that's it. Look at that. Boom, another one. You see a jump, and there's another one. Mario finally turned into a real platforming protagonist. This guy can double jump. No, no, you're not supposed... That Yoshi is supposed to die. He's not supposed to come with me. Oh, you little rat. You little rat. No, we're not actually killing him, right? Here he's just going to Mystery Land. You can also change your jump type with your double jump, which is used a bunch here in cool ways. It's used even more in the second half, so... Quick here. And change jump type there. And there we go. Oh, the horse. You gotta feed your horse sometimes. Some more double jumping action here. Switching jump types and stuff. Just very nice and satisfying to pull off here. Okay, jumped a little bit too early there. We gotta catch that one as it's falling down, which is quite tricky to do actually. Big jump, catch it as it's falling, perfect. Right, this is gonna go on the track, we use this to stall. Actually want to hit that coin block, because we got a little present in it. Here is one of the most cursed up pipes in the game. Got it first try, hell yeah. That up pipe is horrible. If you haven't played Super Mario World, you don't know how messed up pipes are, but trust me when I say their hitbox of going inside of them is absolutely microscopic. It is the tiniest center part of it is the part where you're allowed to go in, and no other part. Alright, here's the real V6 level. It's awesome. This is screen wrap perfection, in my opinion. It is such a cool level. What's really cool about like screen wrapping levels in Mario World is it's not just you who screen wraps, it's also the sprites and enemies and such. And that just makes for such cool like setups and stuff. Oh, wait, are there up pipes in Super Mario 64? Hello? I didn't know that. I've played 3 Super Mario 64 ROM hacks, and I don't think I've encountered an up pipe in them. Just go in the up pipe. Perfect. Oh my god. This shell jump is epic. Just keep your don't look at Mario. Keep your eye on the shell here. There it is. The whole shell goes on like a little side adventure. Here, this is a totally normal obstacle. Nothing to see here. Disco shell. We all love the disco shell. In the up-pipe. There we go. That's an up-pipe death. Had to happen at some point. Alright. But now we get to play, like, up-pipe deaths aren't that bad if the level they're in is as cool as this one. Alright, boss time. It's boss time. This boss is easy, except for the final hit. The final hit is really hard. You're gonna just chill up here. Alright, so I'm gonna wait for them to cross here. Go over here. Barely got in there. The muncher disappears, all the other death blocks will still kill you, so. Alright. So this castle just now gave us the key to the bridge. We've already built the bridge with the switch palaces, and this castle actually gave us the key to use in the bridge level. So we can go back to the start of the game now and go to the bridge. But we're running all exits, so we're gonna have to do a little secret exit here, which has a key jump, and key jumps are awful. First try, oh my god, that's never happened before, but like /pause. I'm horrible at key jumps. I can't believe I got that first try. Okay, hell yeah. This secret exit leads to the worst bonus challenge in any Mario hack ever, so I'm not gonna go there. I've beaten it once in my life, and I'm never gonna come back there. Basically what that bonus challenge is you can create shell jumps by pressing your shoulder button, and you've got like a 410 tile high wall that you have to climb with shell jumps. So you just have to shell jump over and over and over again. Like, I think you have to do over 100 of them without failing one. It is as awful as it sounds. Alright, so here's the final world. Starting off, Kamek Woods. Cool gimmicks. We have a friend. Well, not really a friend. She's kind of trying to kill us. What are Kamek's pronouns? Does anyone know? Oh, I'm gonna have to pause here so I can hold jump to cross that one tile gap, because I forgot to do so. But luckily we can cheat. I love cheating. Hit that. Yow! Alright, now here's the introduction of the little redacted guys. The redacted word rhymes with freaking. It doesn't rhyme with freaking. There's the Mario 3 guys, but they're really messed up. That jump is insanely hard, because there's like a little gap in the ceiling that you're gonna get stuck on. So yeah, the big ones go down. The small ones go down for a little bit and then rise up really fast. So you're gonna actually have to use both of their going down property and their going up property to pass certain parts of the level. When I first played this part of the level, this was like the only part of the game I didn't like, but I've kind of come around on this part. Nowadays, I like it a lot more than I used to. Still not my favorite part, but you know, I don't hate it now. I've kind of come around on this one. Don't go here soon, because these two blue guys don't like you. Tricky jump platforming. Big red guy. Follow this guy all the way down here. One more tricky jump off of Kamek. Turn around and get in the pipe. Perfect. Beautiful. Don't mess this up. Cool. There we go. Alright, so remember like ages ago when we played the Thwomp level, right? In the boss of it, whenever we jumped, the switch block switched. This level's gonna have a similar theme, except instead of jumping, your shoulder buttons control these blocks. So you kind of have to multitask. You have to control Mario and the switch blocks. Hey, hey, hey. Here we have to get peace beats, so get the walls out of the way. First try. Beautiful. Unfortunately, that was the easy part of the level. This is by far the hard part of the level, so... and extra unfortunately, by far the hardest part is at the very end. We love that, right? Hardest parts being at the end. This overall is just a lot tighter jumps. And a lot more complex switching. And a block jump. We all hate block jumps. It's like the one gripe I have with Invictus is it has too many block jumps. You could have eased up on the block jumps a little bit. To perform a block jump, you have to press jump and grab on the exact same frame. There is no leeway, you have to hit it on the same frame or you die. Throw that in here. Oh, that was really close. That's the hard jump there that I talked about. It kind of feels like a way harder version of the final jump of level 1, which I also struggled with in this run. Yeah, it's a really hard jump. I might get stuck there for a little bit longer, but that's okay. Oh, man. Messed it up again. So I gotta... I think I want to do a little bit of a... Okay, no, I can't explain it, but it's gonna be fine. Next try I'll get it. Next try I'll get it, I promise. And I never break a promise. Next try there, right? Not in general, I just next try to that obstacle, I'll get it. Right, that's the promise. Don't get the promise mixed up. Break the block. Bigger jump here. I broke a promise. It is what it is. It's a really hard jump. You have to like really find that midway of a not too low, not too high jump while timing everything else correctly too. I've never been able to just get that jump first try. Almost forgot to switch there. Okay, nice. I got it and almost forgot to switch. Speaking of forgetting to switch, do not forget to switch here as well. Because you will die after the goalpost if you do forget to switch. Okay, absolute power. On your first playthrough of this game, this will undoubtedly be the hardest level. It's really cool. You can change your jump type, spin jump and normal jump in midair. Now, if you haven't seen that before, it's gonna really twist you up. I think I'm dead. Yeah. I need more speed the other way. Also, it's a funny meme song. I don't know why he picked this song. Maybe it was less of a meme in 2018. I don't know. It was just like the epic hard level song, right? Yeah, switching your jump in midair is like... If there's anything in this game that's harder than it looks, it's that, alright? If there's any one thing in this game that's harder than it looks, it's switching your jump type in midair. Well, assuming you play on a SNES controller, I don't know how it is on a keyboard or whatever, but if you're playing on a SNES controller, you have to do some finger gymnastics. And after your first clear of this level, your hands will be in severe, and I mean severe pain. Like, oh, I mean severe pain. When I beat this game for the first time, I could not play Mario for like the next week because my hands were just that painful. Hey, first part done. Sweet. On to the actual hard part of the level. You're supposed to do the first part like first try basically every time. This is the real hard part. Okay, let the disco shell pass through. Big jump. Ah, couldn't get P-speed. So what happened there is I landed a little bit too far on the right, so I couldn't get enough distance to get P-speed there, and you need to get P-speed to make that next jump. It sucks on keyboard too? Great, good to hear. Perfect. What is really cool though is nowadays, it's like your hands just naturally evolve, and nowadays I can just play like hundreds of motor skills levels in a row and not get any pain. Like, your hands just learn that it's okay. Alright. This part is really hard, so I'm gonna focus. Ah, nice. That part is very difficult. Here we can pull throw blocks out of our Mario Lucy, as some people call it in this community. Now here we have to go back and forth. When we hit the on-off switch, the Goomba wakes up. He's not gonna wake up when he's dead though, so don't kill him. Right, throw this up. Okay, I'm missing my shots. The hard part isn't switching here, the hard part is actually aiming your shots while you're doing the little dance here with this guy. There we go. And the last shot is hard because you need to end on a specific spot. And I didn't do that right. Just didn't do that right. Those munchers will disappear like any second. Probably like a frame or two later they would have disappeared. Because that's just kind of how boos work. Oh, I'm only on hit 1, right? I forgot to hit him. So yeah, I'm on hit 1 right now. Oh my god, that was a crazy save there. Alright, now hopefully this time... Ah! Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Sure. Awesome. That was the sketchiest that boss has ever been for me. Right, Cooper Road. On your first playthrough of this game, this is going to be like kind of the calm before and after the storm. It's a little bit of a easier level than the ones around it. Doesn't mean it's easy. Just means it's the slightest bit of a rest for your brain. Alright, I'm gonna go up here. I kind of forgot the layout of the rest of the level because I'm talking. So, you know, there's that going on for me. Also, Mario 64 music. Shoutouts to the Mario 64 players in the chat room. Here's a tough row of bullets to kill. Go up here. Barely make it out. Perfect. And now, after the Mario 64 level, we're gonna fight the classic Mario 64 enemy. There he goes. You don't actually have to fight him, you can just completely run past him, but, you know, we're violent people here on Fangame Summer Feast. And that was the penultimate level. We're going to the final level in the game now. And you're gonna see the title of this level, and you're gonna like make a pog face and point to your screen. It's the name of the game. So this level, look who's back, look who's back, it's the switching blocks, look who's back, it's the motor skills. Now, at the same time, coming to your TV screen. Good luck. Needless to say, this level's really messed up. It's actually really easy. It's like the easiest game I've ever played in my whole gosh darn life, to be honest. It is super fun to play. This is like probably my favorite level. It's just so much fun. Alright, this is a really fun part. I love this part. Keep the saw alive and keep balancing on it while this thing gets out of the way. I just love that part. And in there. I'm also good at this level, which is also why I like it. I like the parts of the game that I'm good at. The shell is gone! I don't think I've seen that one before. I hate to be the one to say it, but I have not seen that shell be absent before. There's supposed to be a shell in there. Yeah, that's what's supposed to happen. Alright, now here is a Kaizo block, the only one in the whole game. Thanks, Jess. Great. And we are coming up to the final boss. This final boss is really difficult. I might be on it for a little bit. It has 6 phases. You can only damage him in the last of them. So in the 6th phase, you get to damage him. He has exactly 1 hit point. Oh, that's not how you do it. He has exactly 1 hit point. You hit him once, he's gonna be dead. So, kind of a glass cannon, so to speak. But you have to survive for 6 phases to be able to hit him. And that's like the hard part. And we're gonna be dealing with some extreme terrain during this boss fight. Like, the terrain is gonna change all the time. The worst terrain, however, is going to come up after this phase. It's a little bit of a reference to another ROM hack called Storks and Apes and Crocodiles, which has a boss with, which also takes place on disco shells and normal shells, like that. So you have to balance on the disco shell and avoid the Kamek at the same time there. It's really, really difficult. Very hard to get used to. This is the type of boss that on your first playthrough, it's gonna take hours and hours and hours and hours. On your second playthrough, you're gonna kill it in like 5 minutes. That's the type of boss this is. Like, beating this boss for the second time is so satisfying. When you just know what to do and you just piss all over them. Oh gosh. We are gaming. Alright, check this out. This phase is very easy if you know what you're doing. Which I don't, because I'm not doing my strat. Something in my strat went wrong. If something goes wrong on that phase, you're dead. If you do everything the way it's supposed to go, you're fine. But you need to, like... You need to not go away from your strat there. And I apparently went away from my strat in some way because something happened that I wasn't ready for. The fourth phase is by far the hardest part when you're playing this blind, but when you know what you're doing, it's not that bad. But building a strat for that part is just trial and error and trial and error and trial and even more error. Probably more error than trial. Right here we got Kamek on our nose. They want a piece of us, but we are not gonna give it that easily. Here's the final phase. I'm gonna do my best to focus. We're dead. We're so dead. We're so fucking dead. I can't believe I'm alive. Alright, that was the boss. Time is gonna come up really soon. Once we hop on into the credits level, we'll call time. So get ready, 3, 2, 1, time. There you go. That was Invictus. Did that pretty well. Close to an hour. Happy. So yeah, on the last phase of the boss, usually what happens is you either grab the shell immediately and throw it, or you're dead. But I managed to play it out there, so hell yeah. Yeah, that's Invictus. This is probably like my favorite Kaizo hack. There's so many great Kaizo hacks out there, but this one, I just always come back to this one. I love Invictus so much. Speedruns when I'm already doing it. Super fun game. I would highly recommend getting into Kaizo. It is so rewarding to get good at. There's tons of like easy, fun hacks out there. Highly recommend it. It's been some of the most fun with platforming games I've had in like a long time. So, Eeva, seal of approval. And this is like such a cool like milestone game to tackle after you get better. It's so rewarding. Oh, I love Invictus. Yeah, these are the credits. You can cut me off whenever you want to. Yeah, I only speedrun this because the credits asked me to. I was done playing this game, right? I was never gonna play it again, but then the credits said speedruns when, and yeah, what am I gonna do? Not do it? Of course not. Shoutouts to these people. These people are cool. The ones that I know of, anyway. Just solid people. Solid, like, just solid A-tier people all around. Green Hammer Bro is a cool name. Shout out to Green Hammer Bro. I don't know what you did, but you have a sweet name. I always forget how long the credits are, because usually I go to the bathroom when they play, get coffee or something. There it is, thank you for playing, woo. Alright, and now we get the Invictus poem, right? Because that's what it is. It's a poem by that guy. My head is bloody, but unbowed. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Invictus. Alright, thank you for watching. Have fun on the next days of Summer Feast. That was it. There's again, I know there's extra in the game I could show off, but I've pledged to never go back there because it's just that awful. So, yeah. thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'm very glad to show off one of my favorite Mario hackies out here.
啊，早上见，我去睡会儿，准备第四天。
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.